We wouldn't want to get caught with our volume up now, would we? oh, hey, it's you again. Your wonderful, beautiful self you are. I'm talking to you peoples, not me. This is another trip on the Miners Madness train. And I welcome you into the Miner Madness Depot. Pick an item, talk about it amongst yourselves. Please don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I am not. I'm just doing what I do as a train conductor. Just yammer on, keep the machine moving, you know what I mean? Oh, don't forget to put your coins out onto the tracks. They might be worth something later on down the road. You never know. You never know. So, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. I hope you're spending it with somebody that you loved, or if not, I hope someday you have somebody to spend it with, somebody who you love. And there's all kinds of different circumstances. Pets make a wonderful partner in life, per se. I mean, there's a lot of valuable uses in pets. And I bet you that you didn't know that, like cats and stuff, like they're purring, it's a form of vibration. It's vibrating your body so that your body is, calming down, etc. Stuff like that. It's interesting stuff. It's probably why like the Egyptians had cats and whatnot. Anyhow, seeing as how I hope people know or don't know, I do digress a lot, and that is just the way of the man, as we shall say it today. Because life is about memories, and those treasured memories they are. And in life, I've been learning how to downsize the stuff I have, and that's something I was just talking with my older sister with today on Valentine's Day, because her and her husband are kind of separated-ish for now, anyhow. But such is life. Best for them. I hope they work it out. Anywho, yeah. See, the digression train has already gone off a couple times. Rail crossings coming down. You'll catch those from time to time, and that's like kind of where the help comes in from chat or people who are watching. They can sit there and be like, "Oh, you were talking about this," because I don't really quite remember what I talk about. I blame it on COVID fog, or COVID Alzheimer's. That because I had gotten COVID, that it genetically modified my body so that I have a COVID Alzheimer's that kicks in sporadically and spontaneously. So you do gotta watch yourself. That I recommend getting on the roof of this train, as always, because it's such a more beautiful view up top than it is down below, and that's for us. Anybody who is higher of thinking, or likes to be high while they're thinking, or just think. Anyhow, back on track. Title is Forrest, Fenn, Gold, and More, and making the impossible possible. So this train ride could be short and quick. I have posted there at the top a voting thing, because I don't know how to put up a poll to see how many would say yay or nay on that map. I'll just get right to the meats and potatoes of this one. Also is the link on the video in which one can be entered into the chance for either or, I guess is the right way to say it, of that Forrest Fenn coin from the Thrill of... Oh, I hate this. There you go. The Thrill of... See that one right there? Oh, shaky hands. Stop shaking hands. If only they'd listen. Tell that to the other hand. They would have listened when I said, don't watch out for that tree. Oh, that's another story. It happened in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bullshit. Look it came home with me. Anyway, back on track. So, there at the the top there. Go make a comment on that video for your chance to get this. Now, how do you get this? On that video, I'm doing random comment picker on it. And the 14th comment picker that I do is the winner of this. And in order to get up there, people have to just share it and make a comment. But 114,000, over 114,000, because it's just by mathematical way I did it. The winner would get this. Now, in Vegas, the unburnt, the unburnt map. Come on, April Fools, people. If you can't take a joke, then, at least smile at somebody. I don't know. But the unburnt map, that was signed by Shiloh with the poem. And interesting, somebody was pointing out that there's that symbol right there in the bottom for AA people or something like that. And that's just a shout out to incorporating that symbol, the triangle. It's interesting. I like triangles. 369. How do you like them numbers? What? Somebody say Nikola Tesla? Oh, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think of sound, energy, and vibration. Oh, my Lanta. How do you like them apples? So, to make another story short or long, I won the frame from the World Series of Fenn 2023. I also won this map. For me, it don't look good in my shed, and it don't look so that problem. Now, this one or two away. If people have actually gotten this far to the video, when this video goes live, I'm going to give it probably maybe a week to a month to let people in the community not share the idea of what I'm about to say or do. Is I'll count the numbers, try to be honest, vote once, vote one number, one or two, but I'm gonna at either at 70,000 on the dot, I'm gonna do a random comment picker for this map to go away to somebody else's home. Maybe somebody that was looking forward to getting their hands on this. You never know. It could be you. Maybe you're the one watching this is like, oh man, check out, that's that map. That dude won. Oh yeah, his name was Kiwi's Road. Oh, what a, but he's got that map. He's giving it away. That's right. Either as the 70,000 on the dot, random comment picker on the video that is linked right up there at the top of the chat, or like it says there's a number 2 option. Which the number 2 option is you get both when you're over 114,000 comments on that video, which people say is impossible. I just say I've already seen it happen. Then the winner would get both the coin and the map. So it depends on the chase community or just treasure hunters alone who have or haven't heard of the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase and the stories behind it by the searchers who were involved or not involved, or spouses or children, etc., etc. The universe expands. So, I mean, option 1, 70,000 comments on the dot. I give this little puppy away, random comment picker. Out of that 14. So anybody who's already won past 3, the next one, which is only at 112 comments, which I'm surprised it hasn't reached there yet, is another gold dollar coin giveaway with a trinket of their choice of the 3 that's shown on that video that's commented. So, or if they put a 2, then at 114, then the winner would get 114,000 comments. Come on, people. Would get both. So either in this chat until the video ends, I'll count it up. I'll make a spreadsheet. I'll put in names. I'll do that hard work, which I really don't want to do. That's why I'm gonna limit the time, because the less people that sit there and vote, the less I got to worry about keeping track. I didn't say I'm lazy. I'm just a man that likes to do nothing. And I enjoy it every once in a while. But what do you people in the YouTube world or Facebook world, which if you're not transferred over and using both, maybe you might want to, because unfortunately this doesn't apply to Facebook users. It's YouTube land. That's kind of like I had the thrill of the chase, and then I had YouTube to help me watch other people's brains and pick their brains when they didn't even know I was picking them. Getting their perspective on where they were searching and why they were searching and how they were searching. To limit out the places that I don't need to go now. You know? So, I mean, other than that, I don't see anybody putting any numbers down inside the chat. That's okay. Maybe they're just here to hear me talk. Oh, and if you are, don't forget your pillows. Pull them out because it's going night-night tight. And I'll bring these back out when I'm done telling my story or two. But I wanted to read from the thrill of the chase because it's making the impossible possible. Twice now I've heard that people say it's probably impossible for this coin to leave my possession and go into a random person in the YouTube land. I don't think that's impossible. I've seen it happen in my mind. So, with this map that possibly was faked being burned, I did a good job. You got to admit, April Fool's, that was that was a good joke in my mind. That's why I say in my universe that day, it was April Fool's to me and Q. But somebody else might want this, and maybe it might help them create a different new story or be able to tell their story with a little bit more pizzazz, you know? I got this to help me tell a story with some kind of pizzazz. I'll tell you that much. Learn some lessons, and sometimes you just don't learn some lessons. But, I mean, and that's... So, beyond the thrill of the chase, you know, my memoirs, that's kind of about what this is for me. With YouTube, Facebook, all the pictures and videos I take, that I've been taking for like the past several years, has been tracking my journey and my growth from a person who has thought about non-existence to a person who understands the importance of existence, to include ideas. And so, if, you know, one is inclined, if I can make that possible because other people made their stories possible, for instance, like a guy named Forrest Fenn who wrote 3 books concerning the thrill of the chase, and I mean literally in gold and more. Pillow time. And I just gotta read this one paragraph. Then one night, after the probability of my fate had finally hit bottom, I got an idea. It had been so much fun building my collection over the decades. Why not let others come searching for some of it while I'm still here, and maybe continue looking for it after I'm gone? So I decided to fill the treasure chest with gold and jewels, then secret it, leaving clues on how to find it for any searcher willing to try. It was a perfect match of mind and moment. Ha! I liked the idea, but it would take some planning, and the clock was ticking. No matter how far away a date is on the calendar, it always seems to arrive sooner in the face of unpleasant situations like mine. So, for me, that paragraph, it was extremely important in my goal for me in gold and more. Not my war for me, or my gold for me, because it's emphasizing the importance on time and the ability to do something, the ability to think of doing something, and the ability of making something happen. Forrest Fenn was faced with the proposition of non-existence in the form of cancer. There were things that he had to think of and contemplate, and I think part of that was how to pass his thoughts, his mind, his projections through time. And this was one of them. This was one way. And, you know, for me, it kind of made sense that if he was able to sit there to create a story, to predict what could happen and make something happen, then why not, you know, have a hand in doing such a thing? And so it kind of goes with like a live giveaway for, uh, yeah, congratulations to Mr. J Wood 13 for being the 22nd comment on the for the picker thing that was old school. Yeah, I'll get this out to you like ASAP whenever that is. I don't know them acronyms. People were saying, I don't know, I can't say people were saying, but the idea of predicting that more than one person, or more than two or three or four, would sit there and make a comment, I was, in a sense, predicting the future. I was predicting an idea, and I was projecting that. And it came true. So, if I've thought and already pictured in my mind that giving this coin away, this is where you can wake back up, where giving this coin away is possible because the idea is in my head and I've seen it. I've already foreshadowed it. So, I figure why not sit there and pass it on or pay it forward in a sense, in a way to somebody else that could use something materialistic in a sense that might mean something more emotional or spiritual or just a connectivity thing for them that they could have a chance of holding. And the same thing kind of goes with the map. So it's like, I figured I'd just throw the map in there too. You know, because the picture frame, or that frame that I won at World Series, I'm going to put my family picture inside of that frame. Because that's a journey. Happiness is the pot for me, is my family. It's not a map of a poem with a gentleman's signature. Though I appreciate it very much. And even the idea of owning this and having pictures of it with me is, for me, good enough. It's good enough. So again, as like a pay it forward type thing, so that people can keep calm, and treasure on, is part of this experiment. I guess you could say. Why not? We'll call it an experiment of giveaway. So that yeah. So, yeah, I think maybe in a week or two, I'll add up and count all the ones and twos on whether or not I should give away the map at either 70,000 on the dot or over 114,000, giving away that map signed by Shiloh with that Forrest Fenn coin. And I think that's trying to make the impossible possible. And so for Forrest Fenn Golden More, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's Forrest Fenn. He shared a story or two or several. He shared some of his physical, materialistic wealth in as part of his stories, and he's also shared some other learning techniques or avenues or perspectives on life to help with shaping maybe a type of metaphysical or spiritual realm of life. Or even just other scientists or physicists and astrophysicists and children, teachers, everybody. All these different ideas are all interconnected, and they all foster or prosper, help foster a better way of life if used right, versus the way, I guess, sidetrack where social media and big tech, hopefully not if they get AI involved, is redirecting things towards our younger youth, almost creating a divided line between reality and the digital world and the home life the way it used to be versus the way it is now. And yeah, I think things could get better, but it's weird getting into the digital era of life, which I think is all part of the and more, is how things progress through the years, not just on your own life, but your grandkids, your great grandkids. Think about your own grandparents or your great grandparents. The way they lived and how they used to be. I mean, I'm listening to stories from my family, and it's listening to those stories from other people. It shapes the way societies have grown and formed, and the reasons in which they have grown and formed. And so, yeah, there's that digression train. But anywho, um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna, like I said, put this video up for, or well, not this video, but this live stream, and give it maybe a week or two, and let people vote. And I'll put a thing in there's already a thing in the description. Say you click on the description, it says just as in the title, a poll on whether or not to give away the map, which is this, and it says signed by Shiloh, either at 70,000 comments mark or the mark of 114,000 comments with the coin from the Thrill of the Chase. Comment here, and it has the Forrest Fenn coin giveaway video link where you go, enter, and hopefully I wish you all the best of luck. Hopefully somebody will get either A, the map at 70,000 on the dot, or B, over 114,000. They get both of these. So I mean, because I just, it don't look good in my shed. I told my sister. Here's a funny. I told and the rest of it says, for your chance at either or both, depending on poll count, a bored mind is a mind of destruction. Oh, don't mind that. And I was talking to my sister, and some of the things about like retirement, or people who aren't physically and mentally engaged enough, I guess, and I hate to say that, or they have a lot of time where time just seems to go on forever. That mind has the ability to start creating in either creating positively or destructively, because there's so much that a person is trying to do, like, in a sense. And I guess it goes along with positive neural feedback. If you don't know what that is, you might want to check that out. It's pretty cool information on just the words positive neural feedback, and it's a, for lack of a better words, is a type of form of retraining your brain and rewiring your brain in the way you think and do things. And I have found it to be very and extremely helpful. And for me, it's about recognizing the situation, your awareness, your spatial awareness, and then recognizing the value of that time of time and breath and moment, and then reacting to it so that you can change the way things are going, in a sense. At least for me, it's stupid stuff that people don't really want to know, that I researched or whatever and looked up, and got plenty of videos and screenshots and pictures of all this stuff I'm learning about. Matter of fact, I'm making a folder about it, in a sense. I was going to use something like that as like part of my little show and tell thingy, like I've done before, in a sense, but I don't know how people respond to that, so I couldn't really tell you if I'd do that or not. I probably might, who knows. But yeah, so totally got lost on that one. And I hope you guys were paying attention, because I was not. The map, the coin, the video, people know where to go. For those that have stayed long enough, don't forget to when this video is posted, either leave a number, since nobody at all has put a 1 or 2 inside this chat, which I'm surprised. Either that, or it's just I can't read my own chat. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some people have commented, but that was way long time ago, before people even realized the train was rolling. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess I'll just post it somewhere on some of these sites, I guess, like to make a comment. Seems though nobody's doing it. I was just gonna do it off here. I mean, there's only like 5 people that hung out long enough. I've been like, if 5 people said, yeah, give it away at 70,000, I'd do it at 70,000. But I think I don't know. Maybe I might just do it that way. I think I might just do it that way. I mean, you know what? I mean, why not? I mean, would it be simpler and easier? I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of tasting that carrot? You know what I mean? I, but then again, who would value the map more, or the coin more? I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting. That would be interesting. The people that win, it'd be interesting their story behind their connection, if at all, to the chase. I don't know. I'll have to ask them. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So, sounds like this train's coming down to a slow halt, which you guys didn't even realize because that tone is so low. That's how we roll. Thank you for stopping by again. I appreciate it. Um, and don't forget to leave a comment on that video that's up there at the top of the thing. You know which side it's on. And don't forget to leave a 1 or a 2 in the form of a vote on this video when it's done posted. And I'll check back on it in either a week or a month. Tally up the votes. And then I'll come up with another short video on what I've decided to do based on the voting out there. Because it's all about them searchers. It's not about what I want. It's about what you peoples out there wants that hang out long enough. You know what I mean? It's all part of the fun of the ride of enjoying life, I guess. And if somebody else can enjoy life a little bit more with having something to back up their story with, hey, I just be like, yeah, okay, cool, enjoy. And so with that, as I try to say and make it short and quick, and this time I'm going to try to keep it short and quick. Wife's sick. She's been sick for a couple days now. Ever since we got back from Vegas, actually. I ain't caught nothing yet, lucky me, except for broken bones. Oh, that's another story for another time if anybody ever asks. Which I doubt, because there ain't very much conversating going on in this train ride. Apparently. They all must be up top wondering what the hell happened. But that's okay. Don't forget to collect your drinks and your food wrappers and your pillows and blankets. We don't want to leave that stuff on the train because if you do, you might not see it. We'll pass it on to somebody else. Watch your head as you come down, because in that case, I don't want to get sued. We don't have insurance or none of that stuff. So, sorry, you break bones and you get cut and you're bleeding out. We are not taking you to the emergency room. We don't have enough water in the boiler system to take you over there because you decide to do something silly like fall off the steps or decide to hang off the side of the train or put your hand out the window. You know, things happen. That's y'all's fault. I can't blame anybody. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, I wonder what happened here. I'll tell you what, though, it involved poker, alcohol, and a tree. That's a good story. Not really. It's just silly stuff. But, yeah. Value the time that you have with the people that you love. Because those are the true treasured memories, I think, that are out there. And I think that's part of what Forrest Fenn was trying to share in a type of perspective. And that's just to me, in my opinion, you know. And so with that, I think I'll just say it and keep it short, as I don't always, but this time I will. Well, but the people are coming in now. So now it's almost making me seem like not wanted. Okay, now they're leaving again. Wait a minute. So either the numbers are coming in or coming out. I don't know. People are either hanging out on the train or not. I didn't know what's going on. People hanging out in the train station. Because I can like pick an object behind me and start telling a story about it. You know me. Oh, my life, somebody actually said this to me. They said, hello, Kiwi. My mom had a Quaker. His name was Barney. She also had a Blue Crown conure named, wait for it, Willie. I bet for Nelson. But, so, I guess you would have to say, and in response to that, Fendi Jones, did you ever really grow up with the birds yourself? And if so, I mean, how was that interaction? And any tips or tricks? Yeah, put that in the comments. We'll see what you got to say about that, because it'd be interesting. One other thing, okay, so here we go. Just because the train has stopped doesn't mean that you have to exit the lobby that fast. I haven't quite cut you all off that quick. Because you know me, I'll hit that button like boom, and then boom, or something like that. Usually I try to sit there and say at least keep calm treasure on and the thing, but the video will stop. But anyway, back to the birds. As having Kiwi and talking to a lot of people that have birds, or know people with birds. I guess the people with bad experiences with people who know with birds and stuff is the birds are always mean. And so with Kiwi, I try really hard that whenever we have get-togethers or she goes out, I try really hard, and I sad to say, to understand it, I guess, is one thing. To feel it would be another thing. But using either, and some people, okay, some would say using fear, or what would be another, or a negative situation to induce or create a positive um, direction or outcome. So I don't know if there's controversy about that. I mean, there's always something out there. Somebody's got something to say about something. You know how it is in today, especially today's society. I mean, you can't even sneeze and say "God bless you" without somebody coming out and slapping you with a lawsuit. You know what I mean? It's sad to say. And you know what happens? You hear people sneezing. Are you one of those people that sit there and say "bless you"? Because I'm teaching Kiwi to do that. Because I think that's one of the things in society that we've lost, is that common courtesy in communication between people, let alone our pets. You know what I mean? But so I'm not trying to sit there I'm trying to sit there and say it, I guess, is I'll try to take Kiwi and put Kiwi on people that are willing to receive her, or people who are trying to get Kiwi onto them. I'll step on the other side to entice Kiwi to step onto the person as a bridge to get to me, and then I'll step a little bit further. That way, Kiwi can sit there and be more sociably acceptable, and just be there with people hanging out. You know what I mean? And not having to worry about her biting people to death and stuff like she does me, especially the wife. I feel bad for the girl. Talk about using a pin cushion. She's like a beak cushion for Kiwi, especially when I come hanging out. She doesn't like it. I had 6 good years visiting with him. He was cool. He was very selective in who he trusts. And animals are like that. You know what I mean? Tell me, especially dog owners. Cats will love anybody, but dog owners, they know, they're like, there's a reason why they let people come up to their dogs, or they don't. One of them, I believe, is to. I don't want my dog to be friendly to everybody because I don't trust anybody. So I want my dog to trust me, my wife, my kids, maybe my neighbors, you know. But other than that, I want them to notify me when there's somebody else that's around me, so that I'm aware that there's other people around me, because I'm not always aware. Just because I think I have spatial awareness doesn't mean it's there. Jeez. I'm trying to find enlightenment, but not that much enlightened. You had to earn it with them both. Willie was really mean, but he needed love too. And so, I mean, that's why I try to, in me and Kiwi's training and communication, and I mean, believe you me, I'm teaching her sign language and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm teaching her names. This is JJ for my son. So Skylar or Sky is something like that. Haven't figured. So Mama or Cindy's or Mama, and of course I'm Daddy, and then eat, what, doing, and then potty. These are different things that I'm teaching Kiwi, because she gets thirsty for water. So these are things as communication and as valuable assets from my feathery little friend, who ain't here right now. She's inside. She gets chirpy because I got this pan drum that I'm learning to play, so that I can use sound. Because I'm trying to use sound as well. Because Kiwi really gets talkative, and especially when we're out here hanging out, and I love it. Is well, and that's why I said I'm practicing teaching Kiwi to sing karaoke, is because the when I sing, Kiwi's sister comes close and tries to sing with me, so she's trying to learn the words that I'm singing and saying. And for me, I think that's going to be me and Kiwi's best way to learn a bunch of words outside of a core set of words, a core amount of words, you know what I mean? The important things, like she needs to know where her perch is, or where the couch is, which is couch. Couch. That's two fingers. Couch. In case you didn't know, now you know. I mean, learning sign language is important. My son knows sign language way better than I do, so he teaches me some stuff. But yeah, sidetracked. Don't know where I was going with that one, but I mean, it's just I find joy in our communication and the way me and Kiwi are learning to talk by singing, and alongside of learning some of these core words that we've been learning. So I mean, it's I love hearing other people's stories and the things or that they might share and whatnot. So not to say that it was bad that that Willie was mean, but it makes me more wanting to make Kiwi not mean. So I appreciate that, sharing that. Though I'm sure Willie was just misunderstood. I mean, probably. I don't know if Willie was a smoker or not. I mean, people and their animals. I mean, what they do, I can neither confirm nor deny what people do with their animals and stuff and such. So, you know, I'm just saying, just like being outside. Oh, yeah, I feel, in case people haven't heard or whatever. On a side note, this is that. So, hazmat section has been added to the train yard depot, which is sad. I mean, there's a lot of sections in a train depot. If you in some of the train yards, I'm sure I've showed a picture of a train yard, what it looked like for, I think, ore cars or something, or oil tankers. But yeah, over there, I think what was it, like Ohio or something like that? The train collision, which again, when our infrastructure and things like that are being attacked in a sense, because other words, if it wasn't being attacked, it wouldn't have happened, right? And train be flowing and everything be going fine. If you attack something because you're making it worse than better, then something like this happens. So I think I would be all right in my use of words when I say our infrastructure and transportation department is being attacked. Especially when you have like 4 states or something like that had their water treatment facilities, their digital infrastructure tampered with to mess with the actual drinking water. I wonder if people don't know that one. I don't know. It's interesting what you learn. Keep an open ear. But let's see what else. What else we want to talk about? Anything? Throw a subject down. I'll talk about it. Who knows? But so the impossible possible. Is it possible for that coin? Oh, let's show it again. For that coin to get in your hands. It's possible. Is it impossible? It's only impossible outside the realm of my body. And that's only because of the searchers, not me. I think I've done the right things and the right steps to guide this special train ride, I guess. Beyond the thrill of the chase and figure out, something out there. Because it's interesting and it's good in a sense to pay it forward in a sense. So it makes it for an interesting life. Oh, really? So I wonder how many power outages have been tampered with the digital infrastructures that are out there, which is interesting. I was talking with my neighbor. He had a chance to get out for a few hours today. My neighbor, he's the one with the wife that had a brain tumor piece removed from her brain, which they only found out because she ended up getting lung cancer. But so her mental capacity isn't quite all there. And what's interesting is And I share some of this because it's interesting and fascinating, and it makes me wonder the possibilities when they sit there and say there's impossible things. So this little train cart is a special train cart. It might be long or short, but it's just something, to share. Is so she a piece of her brain has been removed, but I mean she can be fully functional mentally and physically. Now inside our body, there's like an intermedium between our brain, our pineal gland, and our body, and information is being transferred through our blood and through water and oxygen and stuff like that. And so that fluid is the cerebral spinal fluid that flows along our spinal cord and through our neck and then through our pineal gland in our mind there and also around it, and it transfers information and stuff like that. And so I'm wondering if it's transferring information, if it's transferring, you know, and this is like microcosm type stuff. And you can look it up. It's stuff I've been watching on a bunch of YouTubes because YouTube's never wrong, right? Just like the internet's never wrong. And doing a lot of not a lot of reading because I don't like to read, like short, quick reads, a lot of screenshot and stuff. But so if the brain is like a sponge, there's fluid inside the brain and there's fluid outside the brain, and I'm wondering if that's not the same fluid that, because of her brain condition, they have a shunt in the back of her brain, and when that spinal fluid is either released too much or not enough, it affects her. She has bad hallucinations and gets her realities kind of mixed up and almost forgotten in a sense. And he had pointed out that there was somebody else, or no, I was talking to my doctor, or not my doctor, but the doctor that I've seen before in the emergency room, who I happened to see again today. Cool guy, cool doctor, real upbeat, good positive energy. I had mentioned that to him about the spinal fluid. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's amazing." And then he's like, "There's this guy that had like headaches or something like that, and they were looking at his neck, and his neck, the way the bones were shifted or something like that, they were adjusting his neck and his bones, and in doing so, it adjusted the flow pattern of that cerebral spinal fluid that runs inside your brain to your pineal gland, where all your senses come together and exit into the brain, and it's all being transferred by that cerebral spinal fluid that encases the brain inside the brain and runs down your spinal cord up and down to all your nervous systems. So the idea is it possible to use, and I'm pretty sure it is it possible to use electromagnetic hydro uh, frequency healing? And so that's a lot to think about or to say, or maybe not. But our bodies and our heartbeats and stuff, they beat and create, it's pretty much a power plant that creates an electromagnetic field around our bodies. I could be wrong, but yeah, 9 times out of 10 I'm usually wrong on my train. I'm not sure. I don't fact check myself, but I mean, look it up about your heartbeat and whether or not your heartbeat creates a magnetic field around you. So people's energies, their auras, the energy that flows inside of them, when those wavelengths are all different from your chakras or whatever you want to call them, your auras, your energy source, that the picture is distorted. But if you play the right frequency and allow it to affect that vibration to affect your electromagnetic field in the fluid inside your body, from your blood cells to your blood, to the water inside your body, to the cerebral spinal fluid. If you can get all those to vibrate at the right frequency, which is the hydro part, you know what I mean? By using either water, being in like a tub, applying a frequency to the water, making it vibrate so that everything vibrates cohesively, could that possibly help heal a person's, inner health down to the DNA reconstructing and whatever cell healing and even help the brain to be more conductive in the electrical impulses. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, don't mind that whole thing. You can check this stuff out, but I think something like that is possible to use water or sounds to help heal the body in a way that has been done, I think, probably for, way back whenever. And it's just probably information that got, lost through time and history. But I think it's possible, even though some people may say that's impossible. But I don't know. If you think about it and you look into it, things start to become possible. I mean, yeah, it's amazing the advancements in the evolution of telecommunications or the evolution of communication, and especially with social media and sounds and frequencies that I don't know if the normal person actually looks into this kind of stuff. And this is where what I put, a bored mind is a mind of destruction. So, I mean, and I put that there in the more part, the description here, because when your mind is bored, you start to ask questions and ask why about this and why about that, and you start to learn this and that, because part of living with neuropathy pain is understanding and learning about it, is understanding and learning about your body in more ways than one. And part of that, what has been a journey and is a journey on enlightenment or self-enlightenment, and trying to figure out how to, if I can't control it, learn to control at least my senses, so that, like kiwi being like acupuncture on me, by distracting the nerve pain from my back to my shoulder or to my arm, as long as it's directed away from my back or my legs, that it's making a difference. And so if I can learn to control that mentally, then I think it might make life a little bit easier. And that's the journey I've been on for the last several years. So, I mean, is it working out for me? I think so far. I mean, life has been more happy than not, Is the pain always there? God, yeah, it is, it's there to remind you that you're alive. Like a good quote from that one of the movies, I think, is G.I. Jane. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. But, yeah, so I think using different types of things and incorporating them so that, it works in a healing sense, using sound and energy and vibration. Kind of like what Nikola Tesla was saying when he said, if you want to learn the secrets of the universe or try to understand it or something like that. I don't know. Fact check me on that one too. I wonder if there's a fact checker on this train ride ever. I don't know. If there is, I'd like to introduce them to you, because I'd like to find out who they are. It don't matter. They can fact check all they want. I try not to talk about stuff that I don't understand or think I understand, and I don't understand a lot, so I don't talk a lot. So when I do, I try to make sure I understand what I'm talking about. So I do my research. That way my wife can't say me, I don't know what I'm talking about. And she'll say that a lot to me. Like the other day, I just said a simple word. I said, the evolution of communication. Now for me, that's looking back through history and forward to include past, present, and time, because the evolution of communication is the ways and the forms in which people communicated. From basic, hey, hi, how are you doing? You can hear my voice, to I'm on a cell phone and I don't think anybody from across the world is watching me at all. a nobody, which is okay. I like my non nobody world. It's cool. People who know me, they get welcome. Come on in. Glad you're here. Train ride's always a train ride, right? Don't matter who's driving unless there's a conductor who don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, it's yeah, we lost that one, people. We lost that one big time. I think that one went down in flames. That must have been a short trail ride on that one. Oh, the evolution of communication. That's what we were talking about. Or, well, at least me and myself. Is to petroglyphs, pictographs, um, etchings, you know what I mean? To writing, now to the digital era that we're coming into where now everything's being digitalized. I mean, look at the evolution of, for me, trading and commerce, how they went from, the basics of food, water, here are things to trade for valuable things. They're like, let me get some of that first so I can stay warm. Down to now is the dollar form in a sense, to the future, which will be the cryptocurrency and whatnots. So I mean, the evolution of communication is an evolution in currency or control thereof or whatnots, or what currency is, or the value of currency. You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying earlier about if you ask how your elders lived years ago, it's going to be way different than how our youngins are going to be living in the future. It's going to be way different. And it's all part of the evolution of communication, and by which one person, because if there's no technology, the only people that are going to hear me is myself in this shed. Now I can upgrade my communication, and I can write a note, shoot it across the air, hope that it reaches somebody. Go up from that, get on an animal or start running, and you run into somebody, you start talking to them. The evolution, I can now sit in my shed, and if a billion people want to see me, a billion people can see me. You know what I mean? Not that it would ever happen. I mean, that would actually be kind of cool. A billion views. Is that a thing? Is there something out there that has a billion views? Should we try another impossible possible? No, that's outreach. That's just too much. Too much. But you see what I mean? The evolution of communication with the digital era that is coming up, or is here already, and the way media, social media, and the forms in which people can now either put out good or put out bad is right there, and it's plain as day. You know what I mean? Unless you're still like some of the people that don't even realize I'm on here, because you don't even have the like no computer. I mean, think about it. Computers were like these big banks of tapes, spools. You know what I mean? All kinds of like flashy lights and gadgets and stuff. And then now we got it down to a phone. Then they're gonna get it down to, yes, that little brain to digital interface, the brain chip. They're gonna be putting in people's heads, help them alleviate some of their physical or even mental pains and stuff, or increase them, however they want to control. I'm just saying, this is just stuff that I've learned and been watching throughout societies, and just doing my own looking around. I ain't got graffiti all over my wall for nothing. I'll tell you what. All these boards they've all been lining up, you know what I mean? Oh, anybody want to see the timeline? My evolution of communication timeline? I can give you a quick look. Now that it's clear in here, or is it? Or is it still all like choppy and stuff? Because I'm rewatching myself ish, and it looks like I'm fuzzy. Am I fuzzy? Fuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy. Am I fuzzy like this? Huh? Kiwi, where are you? Oh, Kiwi's not here. Well, since Kiwi's not here, now that train really comes to a screeching halt. I hope you enjoyed that little mind scramble I just gave you. And if you want something more with what I just said about the cerebral spinal fluid, look that up, and then look up CRISPR, which is gene editing. and then tell me what you think about the world now. If there was somebody that wanted to control the world, one way you would do it is reduce its population. And how do you do that? Well, you use something that they can't really fight, a disease. And if you can't get them with the disease, you get them with the next best thing, the antidote. Huh. It's almost like history repeating itself. Now, have people stopped destroying books and stuff like that, and temples, and this statues, and other people's ideas, and destroying everything, erasing history so we can rewrite it? Maybe this world might have been a little bit different. So, I wish you all the best of luck in years to come. I wish you definitely best of luck for that drawing of this coin, which people think is impossible for it to happen. Well, I say nay. That's not a bad idea to try it out anyway. Because that just made me want to sit there and like I said, give away that map too now. Because I don't need these things. I got memories with people that I've met, and I thank them. I really do. I appreciate them. And I say that here as I thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. And if we haven't met, I look forward to meeting you. Maybe at a poker, or maybe in the mountains, or wherever we may be. But right now, I've got to tell you, I'm going to roll this puppy up. And I'm not going to light it on fire. But, oh, that was loud. I'm sorry for that. And it kind of hurt my own ears, too, with that one. With that, again, keep calm and treasure on, people. Don't forget to leave a comment on that video that is linked. See how, people, it's up there somewhere. There's a video link there. Leave a comment there for your chance to win either A, that map, or B, the map and the coin, depending on what people vote on this video after it's posted. And leave a 1 or a 2. Because I'm thinking at 70,000 on the dot, and if I could try to catch it in time, you know what I mean? But, it's hard to know because I respond. So it's hard to know the real numbers. And even though people see there's so many comments, it's really not. So don't ever believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. But anyhow, remember to keep calm and treasure on, people. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening as I am about to go enjoy mine. And so with that, adios muchachos. Wow, I'm going to sit out here and listen to that song, Coldplay. I wonder if I can play it right now. Are you sure you want to? Let's see. If it sounds awful, that's alright. It's the exiting music, because I like the song. So, it might get flagged or not. I don't know. Oh, I erased it, so never mind. Can't hear it. I gotta look it up on YouTube now, so I can sing it. So with that, yeah. Peace out. See you guys on the flip side. Boop.